We begin now at the top of Daf Nun Tes Amud Beis in Maseches Brachas. This is Brachas Daf 59b. The Gemara begins here with a brisa that's in regarding to the bracha that we call Birchas Achama. This is the bracha that we say on the sun every 28 years. The Gemara begins with a brisa. Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in a brisa, Haroeh Chama B'tkufasa. If somebody sees the sun, Bitkufasa, we'll see that in Rashi in a moment. Levana Bigvurasa, the moon in its might. The Kochavim B'Mesilosam, and the stars in their paths. Umazolos Kesidron, and they see all the stars in the heavens, all the hosts in the heavens according to their proper order. Omer Baruch Osa Bereshis. The bracha is Osa Bereshis. Ve'emas Havin, when does this happen? Amar Abaye says, Kol Chaf Ches Shinin, every 28 years. V'hadar Machzor V'naflot Kufas Nisan. What happens is that everything goes around, and the vernal equinox, we call it Kufas Nisan, the beginning of the Nisan Sivan falls out, the Nisan season falls out, B'Shabsoi, in the hour of the planet of Saturn. But Ursa Detlas Nagi Arban, it's on the night of basically Tuesday night, going into Wednesday day. So what we call Tuesday night in the vernacular is when this happens. So now we're going to have to see Rashi here, who will explain the path of the sun. So first of all, Rashi says, B'tkufasa, Makom Shichozeres Sham L'tchilas Hakefa, Hishas Telias Hamaoros. We're talking about the time when the sun returns to the exact point where it was when on Wednesday, when of course the sun and the moon, everything was created, when they were all the Tlias Hamaoros, when they were all hung up by God in the sky, in the heavens. Umeyaz Hischila Lahakif Ulashamish. It was from that moment that they began to serve. So that's again what we call Tuesday night, Yom Revi'i. That's when the sun was placed in its proper place and everything was placed there. So we want to say the bracha when the sun arrives on a Tuesday night to the exact spot it was at the time of creation. Emas have achame b'tkufasa koi. When does the sun reach this point? Kol chaf ches shenin shel tkufas Nisan. Shebesof chaf ches. He actually changed that shebetchilas. Shebetchilas chaf ches kishechozer machzor gadol shel chama. When the large revolution of the sun begins, lios tkufa nofelos b'shas telias hamaoros b'shabsoi, so that essentially the sun finds itself in the hour of Saturn. He shah tchilas. Now, the hour of Saturn is just what we call the first hour of Wednesday, which would be Tuesday night. That's called the hour of Saturn. So we're trying to have a situation where the sun is in the exact same place that it was at the time of creation at this hour. But Ursa Detlas Nagi Dalid, Rashi just explains, Sheheriv Shimsho Shel Gimel B'Shabbos V'Yaschil El Dalid. That's just a way of saying the sun sets on Tuesday and the beginning of Wednesday. The beginning of Wednesday, of course, is Tuesday night. Naghi is Leil, that means night. Kedamar B'Psachim B'Shmaita Kamaisa De'ika Duchta Dekar L'Leil Naghi. So that's why it says here Detlas Nagi Arba. And now here Rashi is really where he goes into the explanation. We're going to read this Rashi inside about the different hours and where the sun was at certain times. So here it goes. So Shabsai, Saturn, Shem Shah Rishona Shalel Dalit. Shabsai is the name of the first hour of Wednesday, which essentially is Tuesday night. Shaba'osa Shah Nislu Ma'oros. It was at that moment that the Ma'oros were hung up in the sky. V'sheva Sha'os Hain. There are actually 7 hours, V'chozros Chalila, and they just continue going one after the other. And they are Shatzam Chanchal. Now these things we're going to name them in a second. These refer to the planets, the 5 planets that are closest to the sun, not counting Earth, and also the sun and the moon. So it's Shabsoi, which is Saturn, that's the Shin. Tzadi is Tzedek, that's Jupiter. The Mem refers to Ma'adim, which is Mars. Then we have the Chama, the Ches refers to the sun. Then we have the Nun. The Nun refers to... The Nun here refers to Noga, which refers to Venus. And then we have Kochav, which literally means star, but it refers to Mercury. And then finally you have Lamed, which is Levana, the moon. Now we're going to explain in a second here. So Timtza behekef sidron shal olam simone shows techilas halelos katznash chalam. What that means is that the beginning of every night has a certain planet or sun or moon ruling over it, and it goes in that order. So in other words, the first one is going to be as follows: Motzei Shabbos Kochav, that's Katznash Kaf. So the Motzei Shabbos, the Sunday one, so to speak, the Saturday night, that's called Kochav. The first hour of Saturday night, that's called Kochav, again referring to Mercury. Tchilas Leil Beis Tzedek, that refers to the beginning of the night of Monday, or rather I should say actually Sunday night. So that refers to Tzedek is Jupiter. Tchilas Leil Gimel is Noga. That refers to Venus. Tchilas Leil Revi, that's what we want. Shabsai, that's Saturn. So the beginning of Wednesday, which is Tuesday night, that first hour Tuesday night, that is the hour of Saturn. Okay, Tchilas Leil Heeschama, that's the sun. Tchilas Leil Shishi is Levana, that's the moon. Tchilas Leil Shabbos Madim, finally the beginning of Leil Shabbos is Mars. Okay, now V'seder Tchilas Hayamim Ka'alos HaShachar Chalam Katznash. There's also an order at dawn of what planets are in charge, and that just goes Chalam Katznash. You take the same things in that order. Fine. So that's at dawn as opposed to at the beginning of the night. Now, Utkufa Mosheches Mechaverta Zayin Shos Umechza. One tkufa of the sun is distanced from its friend by 7.5 hours. Kilomar Misacheres Achar Hayom. So that each tkufa goes 7.5 hours. So if you do the math, 7.5 hours, so you're actually going to have 4 tkufos are going to go by. It's going to take 30 hours. Now this part you'll have to trust Rashi on the math. Hare yom urevia l'shana. The tkufa therefore is going to move by 1 day and a quarter every year. So wherever the sun was at creation in year 1, it's going to move to that exact spot 1 day and a quarter later. So again, let's say it was Tuesday night. So move 1 day and a quarter from Tuesday night. You'll get to the next tkufa that year. L'dalet shanim chamisha yom. It merges. If you do a day and a quarter for 4 years, it essentially moves 5 days. The tkufa never comes out exactly at the beginning of a night, except after 4 years. So every 4 years, the tkufa of the sun will fall out at the beginning of a night, not necessarily Tuesday night, but it will fall at the beginning of a night. Shu machzor katan. That's called the machzor katan, the smaller revolution of the sun. Now, if you do that 7 times, you'll end up with a machzor gadol, meaning you'll end up back exactly on Tuesday night. V'simonech, and the way to know the siman is devaz hagav. What that means, these are all days of the week this time. So Dalit is when the sun was first at creation, Wednesday, so that's again Tuesday night was when it's at the beginning of the night. The next time you'll have a tkufa, it's at the beginning of a night, it's going to be on Monday, which would be a Sunday night. The next time it's going to be Zion, which would be Friday night, etc. So you're going to go through those every 4 years, and so then when you get to the end of the cycle, you'll start by Dalit again, and you're going to end up at the 28th year. Essentially, is going to be what we call the Tkufa Sachama, the Bircha Sachama. Harei she'ena bo letchilas leil Dalit ela michav ches shanim l'chav ches shanim. Comes out that the sun is only going to arrive at its original spot every 28 years. Barosh kol machzor katan bo letchilas halayla. At the beginning of every small revolution, it's going to be at the beginning of a night, not necessarily Tuesday night. Uvarosh machzor gadol, but when you finish the 7 cycles of the small cycles, then at the end of the 28th year, you're going to come to the beginning of the night of Tuesday night, and that's why we say Birchas Hacham. So that's a rather lengthy explanation of Rashi of how we arrive at this number 28. Gemara now continues, going back to the Mishnah here, Rabbi Yehuda Omer Haroa Hayam, talking about if you see the Yam HaGadol, you make a bracha, but it said leprakim, you see it every once in a while. What do you mean every once in a while? Leprakim ad kama. How often, or how not often, do you have to see this, that you can make a new bracha? Amar Rami Barab, Amar Yitzchak ad shloshim yom. So he says you have 30 days. So if you haven't seen it in 30 days, you can make a new bracha on the Yam HaGadol. V'yamar Rami Barab, Amar Yitzchak, haroe pras agishra de Bavel. If you see the river Pras, the Euphrates River at the bridge of Bavel, Omer Baruch Osebrachus, you say a bracha. V'ha'idna deshanyua parsai. But nowadays, the river's been changed. So it's mibei shavur ulil. You have to see it from shavur and upwards. Rav Yosef Amar me'ihi dekira ulil, from ihi dekira and upwards. The point is, you have to see the river in its natural, the way it flows naturally, and as times were moving onward, the Persians kept altering the path of the Euphrates River. So that's why it keeps moving up where the natural flow was. V'yamar Rami Baraba Haroa Diglas, if you see the Tigris River, Agishra de Shivstina, which is the bridge of Shivistina, rather. So if you see the Tigris River on the bridge of Shivistina, Omer Baruch Ose Bereshis, and you say this bracha of Ose Maise Bereshis. My Chidekel. Why is this river sometimes called Chidekel in the Torah? Amar Rav Ashi says Shemem of Chodin V'Kalim. the waters of this river are quick and they flow fast. My pras, why is the Euphrates called pras? Shemem of parin v'ravin. Its waters cause things to be fruitful and to multiply. V'yamar Rava Hai the charifu b'nei Mechuza. The reason why the people of Mechuza are very sharp, mishum deshasu maya the diglas, because they drink the water from the Diglas River. Hai the gichore. The reason why they're red, mishum demeshamshim. They have relations during the day. That's why they have children that are red. And the reason why their eyes move around, it's because they live in a dark house. That's why the eyes of the Bnei Mechuza, that's why they move around a lot. Gemara now continues. The Mishnah said that on rain you make a bracha. The Gemara asks, on rain, do you really do as the Mishnah says? Do you really make a bracha of hatov v'hametiv? But Rabbi Avo says, and some people say it was taught in a brisa, from when do we make a bracha on rain? From the time that the groom goes towards the bride. Rashi explains the metaphor over here. It's when there's enough water on the ground that's gathered, and when the drop of water falls on that puddle, causes another drop of water to go upwards towards it. So it has to rain that much to make a bracha on rain. That's how it starts off. But then it continues. What bracha is made? Amar Rav Yehuda says, "Modim anachnu loch al kol tipa v'tipa shorada talanu." Rav Yochanan Misayim Bahakir. Rav Yochanan finished the bracha as follows: Ilu finu mole shira kayam v'chulu ein anu maspikin lahodos l'cha Hashem Elokeinu at tishtachave baruch to Hashem rov hahodos. Okay, so the bracha is that there's no praise that's enough for you, and then we finish it off that God is rov hahodos, the majority of things. Gemara says, wait a minute, the majority. Rov haodos v'lo kol haodos. Don't you say all of things goes to God? Amarava ema hakel haodos. You're right. You should say the bracha. The text at the end should be the God who is praiseworthy, who is to be thanked. So Amar Rapapa says, Hilkach nemrinu l'travaya. Therefore, we should actually say both phrases, Rov haodos v'hakel haodos. But anyways, the Gemara says the point is this bracha clearly it's a very long bracha, but it's clearly not hatov ha'metiv v'yala kasha. So the Gemara says, but still it's a question. We have a question against what the Mishnah said with this long statement here and this lengthy bracha. So the Gemara says this first answer, lo kasha is not difficult. Ha de shama mishma ha de chaza michsi. The bracha, when you hear the news that it rained, then you say hatov ha'metiv. When you see the rain, you say this longer bracha. The Gemara says, "The Shama Mishma Hainu Besuras Tovas." 1 second. If you hear that it rained, that's good news. Utanan, we already learned in the Mishnah, Al Besuras Tovas, Omer Baruch Hatov HaMetiv. You say Hatov HaMetiv and good news. So that there's no reason to repeat that. So the Gemara gives another answer. In both situations, we're talking about where you see the rain. Velo Kaj is not difficult. Hada Asa Pursa, Hada Asa Tuva. It depends if there's a little bit of rain or if there's a lot of rain. Rashi explains that if there's a little bit of rain, you say this modim bracha. If there's a lot of rain, you say atova v'hametiv. The Gemara says another answer. Or you could give another answer. Ha v'ha da asa tuva. Both situations are where it rains a lot. V'lo kash is not difficult. Ha de is le'ara. Ha de les le'ara. It depends if you own land or not. So if you have land, the Gemara is saying that you should make hatov ha'metiv. Otherwise, you just make this. Otherwise, you make the bracha of modim. The Gemara says islay ara hatov ha'metiv mavarich. 1 second. If a person owns land, he makes hatov ha'metiv. V'habana bayis chadash v'kana kelim chadashim. Omer baruch shachiyano v'giyano zmanazeh. The Brisa says that if you they change from Tanan, the Mishnah to Tanya. So it says that if you build a new house or you acquire a new kelim, you should say shachiyanu shelo v'shelacherim. Omer hatov ha'metiv. But if it's his and it belongs to others, so it's not only him, but other people also benefited, then you say hatov ha'metiv. So over here, if a person has land, why are you saying hatov ha'metiv? It's his own personal benefit. It doesn't benefit others. The Gemara says lokash is not difficult. Ha de islay shutvis, ha de les lay shutvis. It depends if he has a partnership or not. Rashi explains this as follows. The answer we gave, we're going to keep in place. Modim anachnu lach b'deles layar. You say modim when you don't have land. Hatov ha'metiv b'dislay. You say hatov ha'metiv when you do have land. Now your question, why when you build a new house you say shachiyanu, lokash is not difficult. When you build a new house and you have no partner, then you make shachiyanu. But when it comes to rain, and he has land, tova sheyesh lo shutfes ba. It's automatically a good thing, which involves partners, even if you don't have a partner. Shaharei kol mi sheyesh lo karka shutef imo b'tovezu. Anybody who has karka is a shutef in this tova. So the Gemara, according to Rashi, the Gemara is not answering that he has a partner in the land. The Gemara is saying that in general, if you have a partner, you make a bracha b'tova ametiv, and owning land when it rains is considered automatically the same as if you had a partner because other people are benefiting. V'atanyan, we learned in a brayso that this is a proof. Kitzro shel davar, the short version is al shalohu omer baruch shechiyanu v'kiyimanu. If something happens to him, he says shechiyanu. Al shalovi al shel chaveiro omer baruch hatov ametiv. If something benefits him and his friend, that's when you say hatov ametiv. The Gemara asks, is it really true that when no one else benefits, you do not say hatov ametiv? But we learned in a brayso, amru leyolda ishto zachar omer baruch hatov ametiv. If they tell him that his wife had a baby boy, he says hatov ametiv. Who benefits there? Gemara says pashat hasam nami. There also the ika ishto badei. His wife is with him. The nichol of zachar. She too is happy to have had a male child. And so therefore, again, the principle remains that a person has something good happen to him and to others. That's when they say the bracha v'atov ve'ametiv. Tashma, bring a proof. Meis aviv v'hu yarsho. If a person's father dies and he inherits his father, b'tchila omer baruch dayan ha'emes, he says the bracha of dayan ha'emes first, u'levasofu omer baruch hatov ve'ametiv, and then he says hatov ve'ametiv on the Yerusha and the inheritance. So the Gemara is asking a kasha over here. The Gemara is saying, why is he saying hatov ve'ametiv? It's just good for him. Gemara answers, hasam nami, there also, the ika achi the kayarsi badei, he has brothers who are inheriting with him. That's why he says hatov ve'ametiv, because there's benefit to more than just himself. Tashma, bring another proof. Shino yayin ein tzarich levarich. If a person changes wine, this is talking about in the middle of a meal, he has one wine, then they bring him another better wine. He doesn't need to make a new borei pre'agafen. Shino makom tzarich levarich. But if he changes place, he goes to another house and he has a new cup of wine, he needs to make a new borei pre'agafen. V'yamar Rav Yosef bar Abba, Amar Rav Yochanan. Rav Yosef bar Abba says in the name of Rav Yochanan, Afal bisha amru shino yayin ein tzarich levarich. Even though you don't need to make a new borei pre'agafen when you change wine, Aval Omer baruch hatov ve'ametiv. But he does say the bracha of hatov ve'ametiv on this better wine. So again, where's the benefit for other people? Hasam nami, they're also de'ika b'nei chabura deshasu badei. There are people, part of his group, who are drinking with him. This is drinking with more than just himself, and therefore he says hatov ve'ametiv. Gemara now quotes the Mishnah, Bana bayis chadash v'kana kelim chadashim. Person says brachas on a new house, on new kelim. So he says a shechayanu. The Gemara says, Amar Rav Huna lo shanu ela she'ein lo kayotze ben. This halach is only true if he does not already have similar items. Aval yesh lo kayotze ben ein tzarich levarach. But if he already has similar items, he doesn't make a bracha. Rabbi Yochanan, Amar Rabbi Yochanan says, Afilu yesh lo kayotze ben tzarich levarach. Even if he has something similar, he needs to make the bracha. Rashi explains, Afilu yesh lo kayotze ben miyerusha. Even if he has similar ones as an inheritance, hoel ula inyan kniya chadashu etzel. Since as far as acquiring its new tzarich levarich, he needs to make a bracha. The Gemara will continue this discussion on the next daf, on daf samech amar aleph.